You can derive a lot of happiness from not only your surroundings, but a sense of real fulfillment in your job.
The nice thing about the Canadian system is that, what you do, you get paid for it.
I'm not constantly worrying about if I did something wrong, I'm going to get sued. Patients are very grateful here. They're very thankful for what you do. They really respect and trust their doctors.
It's a very easy system to work in. The medications are going to be pretty much the same. There's just one less headache of worrying about third-party payers.
We spend our summers about 2 hours north of here. I don't know where our keys are because we haven't used them for about the last 20 years.
Right now, there's an exciting new career path just waiting for you. Ontario, Canada. It's closer than you think. Why practice in Ontario? Because Ontario's healthcare system lets you practice the way you want to, the way you hoped it would be when you decided to become a physician. No HMOs or insurance company approvals, less paperwork and red tape, more time for patient care. Hi, I'm Lynn Russell, and yes, I'm American, and I live in Ontario. I'd like to take a few minutes to introduce you to Ontario's outstanding healthcare system and how you can be part of it. For many Americans, there are a lot of misconceptions about Ontario's universal health care. Let me dispense with some obvious ones right away. First, Ontario doctors are independent business people who incorporate and run their own practices, with all the benefits that entails. They are not government employees. Second, compensation is very competitive with most parts of the U.S. It's not capped. Ontario family physicians, for example, earn significantly more than their U.S. counterparts. Ontario's flexible practice options and payment models let you decide how and where you want to work. One of the most important differences you'll find in Ontario is that every resident is covered for basic health care. There are no uninsured populations because of illness or finances or employment status. No one in Ontario ever goes bankrupt over health care because it's free. All you need is your Ontario Health Card to receive treatment. That's great for patients and doctors.
It was a pleasant surprise as to how easy it was not only to sign up with OHIP as a provider, but just as far as getting payments and things like that, about how really easy it is. I'm just dealing with a one-payer system rather than dealing with several insurance companies or getting approvals from insurance companies.
I never have anyone challenging why I prescribed a certain drug. I never have anyone challenging me that I cannot order a particular test.
Another critical issue for any doctor in the U.S. is the cost of malpractice insurance. Here in Ontario, it's subsidized by the government.
There's no question that there's much less defensive medicine in Ontario than there is in the States, and that as a physician I find I'm not looking over my shoulder all the time and wondering, what's the consequence of that, apart from, am I doing the right thing for the patient?
My malpractice insurance when I started practicing here was $200 or $300. It's a bit more than that now, but not really terribly much.
Ongoing training and development is essential to every professional. And that's why it's important to point out that Ontario is a leading center for innovation and research, with advanced teaching hospitals and world-class centers of excellence in many fields. There are so many things I love about living in Ontario. It's very central, sharing a border with the U.S., so it's quick and easy to go home for visits. And crossing the border is routine. Of course, I can keep my U.S. citizenship. Before I came here, I thought that Ontario was very much like the U.S., and in many ways it is, but it's also one of, if not the most ethnically diverse region on the planet.
It's just a breath of fresh air to be around so many different communities. It doesn't matter where you're from.
We were much more isolated in California. There was no community there.
It's enriched our lives enormously and was very, very important for our kids. It was marvelous for them. They're so much more world-oriented and they're so much more sophisticated than they would have been had they stayed back home.
Ontario is a four-season playground. There's always something interesting going on, every time of the year.
I love winter. I love having 4 seasons. Summer's so nice when you haven't had it all year long.
You want to have a good quality of life. Job satisfaction will be here, but also you'll have that balance of everything else you would want down the line. And all I can say is coming to Ontario will allow all of these things to flourish.
Find out how easy it can be to work and live in Ontario. Just pick up the phone and call today. HealthForce Ontario Marketing and Recruitment Agency is here to help you through every step. Ontario just might be the perfect next move in your career.
It's not just about work, it's about living